you for watching. It's time for talk. Each evening at this time, Monday through Friday, Rosemary interviews local personalities and others who bring items of interest to this community. Time for Talk is a community betterment service designed to cooperate with our local community betterment program. And now, it's time for Talk.
All right, it's Saturday afternoon. The fair, the carnival is just coming in. You see a lot of tractor trailers here with game shows and on them, and in the back, well, it's hard to say what all these things are, but we did catch one man here who knows what's going on. He's the president of the fair board, and he's Frank Crafton. And Frank, tell me, how in the world do you determine what carnival you will get? Are there several who want to come? Do you have to pay more or less for some? And what is it, a percentage of what the rides are? How do you determine what you're going to hire?
It's just a complete kind of survey of everything that we've got. The whole fairs, they'll come to and with their approach with what they can do, what rides they have, and we had one here just not long ago, wanting another chance at us here at the Delta Fair.
Oh, so they petition you to get to come. Do they feel like Kennett is a good place to be? Is this a moneymaker for them?
Well, it smells real good. But the main thing we're looking for is just a good, clean, with nice rides. And
you're not into hiring the girly shows and the hula hoochie?
No, I don't believe we'll make that one.
All right. Now, do you get the same fare ever, the same 2 or 3 times in a row?
Now, they run a certain time of contracts, and this is, I think, the last year for Mike's contract here.
Oh, I see. So you do a contract with them for 2 or 3 years. What are you going to do with rebars?
They use them to put out the signs and mark off the parking spaces. I've seen a few signs. We can get the fence ready to put them up out there for everyone.
Okay, so you don't want people parking this side of the fire station.
I get so congested, it's just hard. You know, people walking down to get tickets.
That's
and
right.
then people going both
It makes
places.
them get out in the road.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay. All right.
We're just trying to keep it open and safe for everyone to have a good fair.
Do you have accommodations for people? Are there hookups for everybody?
We've got hookups out here at the fairgrounds, and but now they'll bring their own stuff also, and they'll be here. They come in early this year because there was a delay in the routing for them, and they got here early this year, so it's the earliest they've ever been here. Last year, it either Monday or Tuesday before they started setting up.
Okay. So you mean the homes are here early?
Right. Well, they are this year. Everything's here early. The rides and everything. Usually not geared till either Monday or something like that.
I was thinking we didn't see these things sitting like this.
Not last year. It was really scary last year.
Okay. All right.
The guy in charge of the name's Mike. He runs a real clean show.
Mike. All right. Well, if we run into Mike, we'll talk to him today. Thank you. Thank you. We'll let you go with your rebars.
Thank you.
You're here at the Delta Fair, and everybody has been saying to me, you need to interview Mike. Well, we've found Mike today, and Mike, tell me about all those bunkhouses.
They're specially designed units just for the carnival business. We have beds for 80 people over there, beds and showers and living facilities. And it takes about 10 pickup trucks and trailers to get them all moved down the highway.
Now, is this unusual with you and your outfit? Does everybody do that?
Other people in the carnival business have 1 or 2 of them, but we have a lot of them.
And you can sleep 80 people in there? All workers at the fair?
Correct. Once it's all, yes, between all the trailers.
Now, tell me how this works. Do these people all own their own rides, or do you own everything?
Gold Star Amusements owns all the rides, and then we have an independent contractor, Angelo Rosati, who handles all the concessions. Gold Star is 3 companies: Lee's Concessions, Gold Star Amusements, and then Pelican Transportation. Pelican moves Gold Star. Lee's Concessions is the food and the games that we have. We only have a couple, but mostly the food. And
okay, if you think I kept track of all of those ins and outs he has, you're crazy. But you sleep 80 people, you bring, and listen, let me tell you what somebody remarked to me. They said, oh, this is an unusual carnival thing. they have different color shirts for the workers every day, and they do the washing, and they have to report to you to get their clean shirt for the day.
Something like that, but what it is, we collect all the shirts every day, all vendors, anybody booked in with us, and all shirts are laundered every day, so that, and then when they come to work, they check in, do their inspection sheets or what have you, they check in and they pick up a clean shirt each day.
Now, see, you didn't know that about this. You call it Gold Star Entertainment?
Gold Star Amusements.
Gold Star Amusements. Yeah. All right, now, we caught you just as you were getting into this. Now, let me tell you this. He said, oh, I don't do this much anymore. I've turned it over to my son, and he wants us to interview the son, which we will.
Yeah.
But somebody told me you have...
Mike can tell you about the family and the grandkids. There's 5 of them out here.
And you got grandkids with you?
5 of them out here.
Do you always take them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We can't, all my sons and daughters and son-in-laws, they all work with me.
Okay.
Right. We're all out here together.
All right. So you're
now we're missing one daughter and son-in-law. They were going to make the jump down here and possibly have the baby here in Kennett, but
she's ready to deliver.
Right. She couldn't make the trip, so she's sitting still in the Minneapolis area. And
now Minneapolis is home.
Correct.
Now,
houses are without the wheels.
Okay, how many months a year do you stay with the houses with wheels?
We stay out here about 8 months, 8.5 months a year.
Okay.
Starts and stops in March, and ends about November 15th.
From March to November 15th. All right, so this is a busy life. All right, there's a lady that's just dying to park in here. Do you know her? Okay.
No, I don't know her.
But he shook his head to her, and so she's looking around for where she can go, and she's backing up.
Okay.
He's that kind of guy.
I mean, we're standing here doing an interview, and they want to park right where we're at. It's, I find it.
All right. Now, what were you going to do with this truck?
Get it in the truck row and continue to spot some more things. Today's the major setup day.
I saw you just parking another one. Do you have keys to all these?
Yes.
The same key fit all of them?
That would be just too fun if we could get all of them keyed alike. I would love that. Or no keys at all and just have on and off switches. But yeah, we have a hard time keeping track of 40 sets of keys.
We're going to get the guy who's head of the whole thing moving his truck to get it out of the way. And then we're going to go for an interview with him and his family. All right, and as we walked over here hunting Mikey, who is the son, a lady comes approaching me with all smiles, and who would you be?
I'm Chrissy Featherston. I'm Mikey's wife.
All right, and you have traveled with, have you always been in this business ever since you married?
No, ever since I married, yes, but before that, no. I worked in a nursing home before that.
All right. So is this a different kind of life?
Definitely.
Do you have kids with you?
I do, but they're at the nanny's house.
Oh, okay.
We have a traveling nanny with us also.
Oh, well, tell me about this now. You have a traveling nanny.
Yes, I have a lady that's worked with my family since I was...
Beginning to rain.
Before I was born.
Yeah.
And she, when I moved out and met Mikey and came on the road, she wanted to be close to me, so she decided that she was going to help me watch my kids. So she came out on the road.
And she has her own...
She has her own trailer set up for all kids.
Just anybody else's kids come in on that?
She watches Mike's sister's child also. She's back at home right now having her second child, but when they're here, she watches 3 of them.
So you travel all of the time with them?
We travel 9 months a year. We start in February, we end in November.
Okay, and is this a hard life?
It's a hard life to get used to.
Okay, what is the most difficult thing to get used to?
You work, eat, play, and sleep at your job.
I guess that's true. I think. Well, your days are free, aren't they?
Yes, sometimes.
Except on Saturday or whatever. Yeah.
Well, most of the time during the day, during the week, if we're not open, we have some free time then, unless there's something we need to catch up on, like light bulbing or fixing flags or
now, do
something
your
like that.
kids think this is absolutely the best job to have in the world? Because my kids think this would be the kind of life that would be great.
They've never known anything different. So they don't think of anything really. That's just they wake up in the morning and they're here.
And they're here. Do they wander around freely? How old are they?
My oldest is 1.5 years. She'll be 2 in April. My second
She doesn't wander around anywhere loose.
No. We have a 3-year-old. That's my niece. She is more independent, but she still has a nanny with her too.
Okay, all right. Now this is a family affair, as I understand. Now tell me how many in the family. We met Mike.
We have Mike and Connie, who are my husband's parents. Then there's his oldest sister, Melissa, and her husband, Adrian.
And they work with the...
Yep, they both work with the fair. They have 2 kids, Natalie and Aiden. And then there's his other sister, Jessie, and her husband, Timmy. They have 1 child, and she's at home having another child right now.
You've already lost me. I can tell there is a
Mikey.
family affair. There are three children.
Yep.
3 children,
And each of
their
us have 2
wives,
kids.
and each of them have kids, and they're part of this. And
Yep.
they travel everywhere this goes,
Yep.
unless they're at home having a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. I have never seen anything like this with 2, what are those, bedrooms?
Well, there's slide outs, and this second one closest to us is actually part of the living room, and there's another one on the other side, so it opens up and it's really wide. Back here in the back, where there wasn't a slide out, that's the kids' room. And there's a bunk bed in there, and a little cabinets and TVs and stuff like that for the kids.
Now,
Up in the front is the parents' bedroom. In between is the bathroom and kitchen.
so how many bedrooms?
In this one, there's 2.
Okay, all right. Now, this does surely not belong just to rank and file people who pull the tilt-a-whirl and the Ferris wheel.
No.
No. These are some of the relatives?
This is Melissa and Jessie, my husband's sister.
Okay. Okay. Now, as far as you know, the setup, everybody's going to be set up? And,
Oh, yes. Everything's right on track. Our food wagons got out just a little bit later than the rest of the rides, but they take less time to set up, so I think we're right on track.
Now, has everybody been to the same place before you come here to Kennett? Do some of them go, did I hear the word Texarkana? Did some of them go to Texarkana last week?
No. Actually, our whole show was together last week. We were in Iowa. But for the most part, we're usually together. During our summer months, we split sometimes and have 2 shows going at once.
Okay, all right. And do you ever have trouble staying booked, going into a place and finding enough places that want the fair?
Not with our carnival. I hate to brag, but not with our carnival. I've never seen it.
Oh, I heard such good things about your carnival. I heard, they told me even about the different colored shirts that they have to have every day and they get washed, and somebody was really impressed on the fair board, was really impressed with that. And I am too. You know, that's really good to do. All right, we're gonna hunt for your husband. And
I found him.
Oh, you found him? Okay. Will you see him coming? Where is he?
Oh, no, he's at a ride. He's setting up the little mini coaster.
The setting up the what?
The miniature coaster.
Okay, let's go look.
Well, we can't watch him, I know that. You can't watch because
From this distance, would it be bad? Hey, you may not want on that too.
If he can look at it on the computer, on the camera, that's fine, but just...
All right, now your husband, he's a working man. Does he do this a lot? Does he pitch in and fix something that needs fixing?
He's always the one to fix something when it needs to be fixed.
Now, do you ever pitch in and have to help somebody do something also?
Yeah, I do.
For instance, tell me what.
Well, my flag holders on my funnel cake wagon have not been fixed for a while.
Your
here
flag
yet.
holders on your funnel cake wagon. Hey, and that's a serious flaw.
It is.
And so you will work on that.
I'm going to try my best to work on that today.
All right. So if when you're out here this week and the funnel cake trailer has no flag holders, then you'll know she didn't do a thing. She just laid in bed and did that. All right. We talked to him yesterday, and he says, I don't really have time to talk to you today. We're busy. So out here today, look how busy he is. There is no way that he is not going to be busy all day. So we may just have to end up with you here. You tell us everything you know about the carnival, and you've been very helpful.
Thank you.
And this is family, and this is what you do. You fix funnel cake flag holders, and he wells.
Yep.
And when your kids grow up, they're going to know how to do all of this.
Oh, yes.
So it's a great, you enjoy this.
I do.
You
I do.
really do.
Yes.
And I know it's just totally different. We're here in Kennett. We've never traveled with a fair, but I'd like to. But anyway, hey, good to meet you. Good to talk to you. And everybody speaks good words about this fair, so you evidently have a great thing going.
We
Thank
do.
you.
Thank you.